It's IBC 2024. I'm here in Hall 8, seeing Mark from Glen Sound. We've got some new products, as always.
We do. Where would we be without
one.
new products on the Glen Sound booth, hey? This is not the Divine. This is the Greater Divine.
It's a bigger... Greater.
It's the
Divine.
bigger and better brother than the standard Divine. So obviously it is quite a bit bigger. It's about twice the size actually. It's quite a hefty lump of cast aluminium. It weighs best part of 5 kilos actually. 2-way now. We're also using PoE Plus, so that allows it to be a 30-watt speaker.
Bit more,
and it is significantly louder than the initial Divine, which was quite loud in itself. But it's significantly louder now. We've also added a couple of analog inputs on the back as well. So as well as it being a Dante monitor, we are an analog monitor as well now. And because it has analog inputs, we have a DC power input on the back, so we can use it with local power as well. There's headphone connections on the back, so if you would like to use it to mute the monitor and listen on headphones, we can do that too. If you're using the analog inputs, they are also sent back into Dante. And on the Dante side, we now have 8 inputs coming in. So one of the big features of the standard Divine was the priority interrupt system, where we can set channels to be priorities over another. So a typical example is if it was being used in a dressing room, they're listening to the show, then there's some stage calls on a different channel that's the priority. It would interrupt the stage, they'd get the call, then it would drop back. We now have 8 channels that you can set priorities on, but we've added some extra intercom functionality on it as well. So we can, if it's in an intercom mode, we can set channels to be in a certain colour, because we're going to have 10 LEDs here on the finished version. You can say, all right, channel 1 I want to be red, channel 2's blue. So when this is active in an intercom function, there'll be a nice red or green glow here, so you can see who's talking to you. So as a package, it's bigger, it's louder and more powerful. It has extra Dante inputs. It has analog audio inputs. It has a headphone amplifier, and that's the Greater Divine.
And local power if needed.
And local power if needed, of course, yes. Yeah. And a grab handle at the back.
Well, it's heavy.
It is, exactly,
It needs to be. Fantastic. Clever piece of kit. You said went in the final version, so when's it ready? When do you hope it's ready?
This is the prototype. In all honesty, it's these castings that take a long time to come through, because they do come on sea, because they're very heavy, the final casting. So I think 4 or 5 months we're sort of looking for the finished units at the moment. Cool. This is the prototype here that we're showing to get a bit of feedback on here and show people. But these will be ready in 4 or 5 months. Great.
Thank you very much. So if people are not at IBC to come and see you, remind us of the website.
We're all at lots of information on all of our equipment at glensound.com.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mark. For everything else that we're doing at IBC 2024, it's kitplus.com.